freedom, equality, and solidarity. I don't need to read the other options. This is what we're doing. What's up, crew? Fire here. Today we're diving into another adventure on Xbox, checking out Suzerain, where I'm gonna be the ruler of Swordland. That's like a cool name for like a country, if you really think about it. So I just opened my eyes and I came from a wealthy family, middle income or impoverished. Let's be middle income. Parents named you who names their kid? I'm not gonna make fun of names, but Anton would not be my first choice. Maybe from Swordland it's very common. Class, the bell started to ring unexpectedly. You heard a loud commotion outside. Somewhere the radical Swordland was born. You were happy that you're just gonna be happy that I had the day off. Let's be honest. So that's like the span of like 20 years just happened. Progress proclaimed, life around you changed, friends and family face uncertainty. In the struggle, you envied those who escaped it all. Pain and perseverance. I'm gonna feel the weight and shoulder things. Past university opportunities between several studies. I chose law, economics, or history. Let's do economics, because maybe I'll be good at like finance, I guess. First year you attend a lecture with David Wesky. Okay, observing the hall in silence, he explained why a market economy is a better option for Swordland. Market economy, I don't know what that means. He argued for a system where prices for goods and services are determined by the open market. Sure, I'll agree. Soldiers entered the campus in the head of the first election. Many were shocked. Unformed men created a security cordon, started arresting the teachers, started gathering in protest along with your best friend. You decide, I'm going to stand by my best friend and the teachers I enjoy. The loud announcement echoed throughout the campus. General Ladarian declared martial law in order to restore the administration. You joined the students and slowly marched toward the large group of soldiers. And I could just see us like running at these. Okay, it's building the emotion already. Student fell, was trampled as everybody started running away. I'm gonna hold my ground. I just got beat to death by soldiers. I hope I don't actually get killed. Okay, good. The game continues. Notice student teachers displayed their opposition. Thus, Lockhaven became a target for a military regime. Say idle, and you decided to join a human rights group, a student council, or political. I'm gonna go with human rights. Group heavily protested against the deteriorating human rights situation in Swordland. Petra introduced you to a classmate in Monaco. You were immediately attracted to her intelligence. She mentioned that she was volunteer for the Swordish League of Women. That sounds like a club for sure. You told her you wholeheartedly supported her cause. League of Women. We're particularly interested in women's. No, we want women's rights. I'm not going to go down that. No, not going to be that on this channel. The charged environment led you to join the Red Youth, join the Young Swords, Nationalist, or you know what? I don't know the difference. We're going to be the Socialists. Sure, why not? King's General surrounded Luna's troops, demanding their surrender. They refused, and heavy fighting broke out. You just couldn't believe it. The army was fighting amongst themselves. Swordland plunged into chaos. I hope I'm giving a decent enough overview. This isn't going to be a lot of reading in this video, just so you know. Caused instability in the country, but compared to the Nationalists, he was a real socialist. Participate in support march. You were chanting freedom, equality, and solidarity. I don't need to read the other options. This is what we're doing. Marching under the protection of soldiers. Students supporting Lorden's group gathered a few hundred meters in front of you. Among them, you knew something was going to happen. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stand my ground. Okay, so the two sides clashed, and they began beating students. When you saw a young girl about to get run over by a tank, I'm going to go save her. But you could... Oh no, that's sad. That is horrible. Who runs over a little girl with a tank? That's devastating. I don't like that. This game's like making things happen I don't want. And you isolate yourself for a while, help you cope. However, difficult time for your life. The chaos had to end. Colonel orchestrated to send attack to the capital. Okay. New constitution was written. United Swordland Party and ran as a presidential candidate in the very first single party election. You voted for the United Swordland Party. I'm gonna go with that. USP won the election by a large majority. Let's go. We won the election. Okay. 4-year restoration period to transform to an entirety civil government. Letter arrived with the military calling you to fulfill your compulsory duty. I guess I'm being drafted. Let's go to the... Man, we've had a whole... I've built a relationship. I went to school. I got beaten. I watched a little girl get run over, and now we're in the military. Civil war from Wayland quickly turned into a proxy war between regional world powers. It was a very cold winter night. You began marching out in government outposts, and I could see my breath. Marched toward the snowy hills. Just noise were heard. Visibility was low. Refugees made it to be on the border fence. Oh, do I let the refugees go? I'm going to let them slip through. I'm pro this kind of stuff, I feel like. After the Porsche patrol arrived with anger and immediately relieved you of your command, calling you a disappointment. Reported your actions, someone else scrubbing the floors. Upon his parent, your duties ended and you went back to civilian life. Look, I'm not here to beat down on people. That's messed up. You worked hard to secure a high-paying job within the governing USP. Much difficult to start your career on a good foot because of the refugee units, but you still managed. I can scroll. I was like, I can't read. Working for a ruling party was the easiest path to power. The financial compensation was too great to pass up. Change the country for the better. That's what we're going to stick with. I like how we're just going through somebody's life. It's kind of something different. You became the economic assistant to one of the more experienced members of Assembly. Long and hard, and by saying hundreds of pages of reports late into the night. So we're climbing up. Gave amnesty to the remaining factions of the Civil War and chose de-escalation and appeasement. Okay, this is great. So the war's ending. Several new initiatives were launched, which is great. First elections in history were held. Was President Taran Sol was elected once more. Okay, so we got to deal with his regime. Subsequent financial work you put under a lot of pressure. Some contribution to the economic strategy. Triggered an innovation to meet President. I get to go meet him? And he's giving me a key position. I'm the youngest member of the Assembly, guys. That's gonna get us somewhere. It's difficult to connect with your influential inner circle. You need allies, so you bought on Peter. Wasn't he my friend, I think? Birth your son, and we're a father. Oh gosh, so many things are happening in this game. Sacrifice. I'm gonna sacrifice. I want to be with my family. How do you make these decisions in a game like this? Do I sacrifice? You guys got to tell me, would you sacrifice work to spend time with your family, or sacrifice family to improve your position in the party? I feel like my family's going to understand how important this is. I have to. Along with Peter, you did great things to cement your position in the party. Monica and Frank felt your absence. Increases authority over years. His growing ego started to cause rift with the USP, and the cracks began to form. If you guys are enjoying the video, hit that subscribe button. It helps me grow the channel. President Sol barely secured a majority in the election to kick against the opposition leader. Swedish people grew increasingly discontent. They don't like him. Party constantly louder leadership struggle started to brew. You kept supporting this. Join the internal opposition. I think we have to separate from the president who brought us up. Maybe this is gonna get us elected. So we're giving our support to somebody else? Why can't it be us? Well, despite effort to secure votes before the Congress was meeting party members one by one. Congress was nothing short of impressive. USP decorating everywhere. The vote, thousands of influential political figures gathered for this. I'm gonna vote for Ewald. There needs to be a change, and I think it's gonna be what pushes me up. Efforts bore fruit, and Ewald got it. Let's go. Sol announced he would retire from politics. You knew the structure he had established was to stay. Increasingly threatening, you were happy that Sol was leaving, troubled by the departure, or didn't care about who was in charge. I think we're happy this guy's leaving power. Your daughter was born. Okay, we have a daughter now. Okay, so we've got to do some family. As the VP and leader of the USP began dismantling the old organization structure established by the USP, the state, general elections were approaching. Leadership, you joined the party effort and campaigned for him. Let's join the party effort. Oh, I feel like this is going to rift ties with our family, you know, because we have a daughter that just got born, and now we're not building those relationships. Tries to figure, but the damage has been done. The new economic policy is extensive program. Ewald, election victory for USP. Following years, you did your best in order to make Swordland a better place. climb up the ladder, dedicate yourself to the party and its success. Let's go with the party, because if we can get higher, we can make more decisions, right? Saw many bold reforms in government law and advancement, liberal economic values. Due to disorganization, parties announced their bids for the 1953 elections. Unfair system hampered opposition efforts to campaign. You thought your party could not survive. Were worried about economic recession. Worried about your reputation would be tarnished along with Alfonso. Yeah, I'm going to worry about my reputation. Your presence at USP grew. The two of you worked long nights together. He flipped opponents onto your side. You became the face of the new wing of the party. Let's go! We're getting up that political ranks we needed. We took over leadership as president, lost control of the country. The moment to make a bold move would come. You advised, I'm going to advise him to step down. I'm going to advise him to step down and see what happens. He stepped down. Continued leadership struggle, and the party eventually voted you in because of your indisputable influence. Following this, you announced that you would be running for president in the general elections with Peter as your running mate. Let's go! We did everything we needed to do. We've only been alive for like 50 years. For visiting every city and town during the campaign, you made a speech on state television. You promised, I think we're going to go for democratic reforms. I think democracy is going to be the way to go. People are tired of empty promises. We need fundamental change in our institution and government. Democracy awaits us, brothers and sisters. A new constitution, a new age is upon us. The broadcast will end. On election day, millions went out to cast their votes. Do you guys think we're gonna win the election? We got to try our best here. Oh, hey, we finished chapter 1. Oh, these are 11 gamer score achievements. Oh, great. I don't like 11 gamer score achievements. We're the 4th president of Swordland. Let's go. We won the presidency. Okay, we gotta like decide how we look. I don't want to be bald. I really don't. I don't like the hat. You know, I've been watching a lot of the Blacklist lately, so maybe we are gonna do like this hat. So we're not gonna do facial hair. Change up our clothes. We look like a mobster. I kind of like the. Ooh, I like that background. But I like this one more. Do we want a pipe? Do we want... I feel like we don't look powerful enough. I mean, I guess I have facial hair. Maybe we do this. Look, it's what I'm trying to grow, so maybe it'll make me feel a little better. Okay, we've got our presidency. I think we're going to take our customization here. Guys, we have done it! We have achieved the presidency. And this is going to be a ton of fun. And I think this is going to be where this video ends. And I'm going to say, if you want to see me to continue to play Suzerain, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. It's that time of the video again where I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to drop your thoughts down in the comments, and especially if you want to see a part 2. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed diving into yet another adventure on Xbox. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button to join the channel and become part of the crew for daily Xbox gameplays, Game Pass gems, and new releases. Check out that top video over there for my latest upload, or the bottom one over here for one that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy.